Welcome back to My UP Mornings. We have a very special guest joining us in the studio this morning, Jesse from Visit Keweenaw. How are you doing?
Great this morning. Fall is in the air. I'm happy to be here. Good morning.
Yes, thank you for being here and taking the time to come all the way down from the Keweenaw to visit us.
Right.
And so we also have Tom here. He's
Yes.
also chilling with us at the table today.
Yes, good morning, and it's great to have Jesse here with us from the Copper Country.
Yeah, the gang's all here. There's a lot going on up north. Lots of fun fall events. The colors are starting to change, so I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about it.
Yes, and so one of the big things that is coming up is Plaidurday, the worldwide celebration of plaid. So can you tell us about that?
Yeah, that's right. So a lot of people might remember what we did last year. So Plaidurday, we tried to really make some waves, get a lot of attention. We had 1,700 people show up. We wanted to break a world record, right? So I think in a lot of our heads, we did it. I won't say the name of the book that we wanted to break that record. They have a really good PR team. They'll come for me if I mention them. But it's very expensive if you want to actually get your record sanctioned by a Guinness. So we're really just focusing on our community fun aspect. We had a great time having people show up in plaid in Houghton, and we had the pep band come. It was a lot of fun. This all started right with Bugsy Sailor in Marquette. We do have his blessing. He likes what we're doing up north. He showed up last year, so that was super fun. Really just taking this picture at the high school starts this whole weekend. Houghton has their Fall Fest, and we're introducing a new event, Brew Street, this year. So it's going to be a lot more fun too.
Excellent. Can you tell us a little bit about what Brew Street entails?
That's right. So Brew Street, we're opening up a beer garden on the pier in Houghton. So just trying to bolster that weekend. Everyone will come to the high school at 12:30 for their 1 o'clock photo. Just hang around town for a few hours. At 5 o'clock, we're going to open up the beer garden. We really wanted to do something culturally important with these events. That's what's really different. This is really our brainchild at my work, Brew Street. So Lakeshore Drive used to be called Brew Street from Isle Royal to Dodge Street, and that is because of the old Haas Brewery that used to dominate a lot of the lakeshore. A lot of it used to be old industrial buildings. There used to be two main breweries. There was Haas and then another one. Just due to how many of the buildings they took over along that block, we have a map, and that's really what inspired this idea. Just looking at it in the place, we all know that the pier has been constructed. So much construction has gone on. Now the parking deck is gone, so we have this beautiful strip of street, and we're just bringing back this historical meaning of Brew Street, throwing a beer garden for Plaidurday.
Wow, and so that's a lot of history with it too, which I think people would find very interesting.
That's right. Different from a lot of events. What story are you telling? We're really telling a deep story of the Copper Country with this Brew Street. It really felt like we turned a page and discovered something cool. I was sitting down with the Carnegie's director, Elise Nelson. She's been super awesome. We're partnering with them. This is a fundraiser for the Carnegie. With us, the City of Houghton, the Chamber of Commerce. So she was showing me the maps and just telling me a little bit about what some of these buildings used to look like along the lakeshore. And it's really inspiring. A lot of us groups are doing the same thing that these miners, a lot of these companies are doing in the late 1800s, 1900s. It's so exciting. It gives me chills to think about.
Very cool. Yeah. And so, Tom, I know the big thing for you that you love is the fall colors up in the Keweenaw.
Yeah, and are we starting to get going there in the Copper Country?
Yes, leaf by leaf. It's such a slow turn of the page. I'm sure you know as a weatherman, right?
And I'm sure the above average temperatures are not helping the fall color along.
Yeah, so that interesting statement, helping or hurting, right? Tourism, so it's a little slow spot right before fall colors. After you get that end of summer up until the fall color peepers, tiny bit of a slower time. But with this slow change, it's kind of extending the season. So I think people are going to get a larger range to come enjoy all the colors, especially up by us.
I was actually out at Quincy Mine last fall. I didn't access the trails and did the fall color look, but I got a quick look in, and I could just see. I was like, wow, this is an amazing view. So that is a good trip. I mean, if you don't feel like driving all the way up to Amique over towards Delaware and Copper Harbor, Quincy Mine by that hill there gives you a beautiful overlook of Houghton and Hancock.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to say that's my favorite part about living in Hancock too, is just being on the hill. You get that, we call it canal life. It's like the social hub of the Keweenaw. It's a lot of fun there. That's where a lot of your bars and restaurants are, the college town. So that's like our version of Marquette, right?
Okay, Jesse, so could you give us the last details, the what, where, when of Plaidurday, so people know those details so they can come out and enjoy it and experience it?
Right, so it all starts on Friday, October 4th. So that is Plaidurday, right? Every year it's going to be the first Friday in October. October. This year it's the 4th, so at 12:30, folks will come to the Houghton High School for that 1 p.m. photo. Hang around Houghton for the afternoon. 5 o'clock, we're going to open up that beer garden. We've got bands playing from 5 to 7. I'll be giving a brief presentation with Elise from the Carnegie at 7, and then from 8 to 10, we'll have another band close down the night at the beer garden. So come on out, have some brews, and support the Carnegie.
Definitely. It sounds like it's going to be a great time. Thank you, Jesse, for
Any records this year you're planning?
Thank you, guys. We're going to beat last year's record. That's what we want to do from now on. No more of that book. We're gonna go for our record.
Thou shall not be named.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesse.
Right.
We appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yes, and we will be right back with more My UP Mornings after the break.